Major brands have made significant marketing investments, seeing the potential of tapping into the esports market. While the industry has seen impressive gains in revenue, where are the profits? Well, joining us today to discuss the latest in gaming is Gerard Williams, aka the HipHopGamer. Gerard.
Cheers. You already know what it is. What up, man?
What
you already know what it is,
Great to
son.
have you here today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, we know that esports is growing. So tell us, why are teams having a hard time making profits?
Yeah, so I always felt that even though it's growing, the way it's growing isn't the healthiest. So if you look at the NBA or the NFL, the NBA has its own league. The NFL has its own league. When you look at a lot of these games, Call of Duty has its league, Overwatch has its league. Here's the problem though. There's no one general league that governs it all to create a structure that's going to make other companies invest in TV production, to make sure you have like an ESPN network that can talk to the gamers, that can educate them on the teams, that can educate them on what they are actually watching, because not everybody understands Overwatch. So when you look at the structure of esports overall, once that gets cleaned up, more people will see more return on their investments at a sooner pace. Everybody's not Microsoft, like with Game Pass, where they can invest and wait 10 years later and make a profit. Everybody don't got it like that with these sponsors. So I think that's the first thing that needs to change. You have a genre of first-person shooters, you have a genre of sports. Put all of that stuff under one umbrella instead of everybody just trying to do their own little individual thing, and whoever get the pot, get the pot. You have a big prize pool. Like certain games got $30 million prize pools, $1 million prize pools. Let's just take all of that and build a structure business-wise where this person gets paid, this budget is allocated for this. Get more TV endorsements, Nike, all this other stuff. Get everybody involved and build it out that way so esports can be a real sport business-wise for everybody to get involved in. That's my assessment.
Yeah, well, Gerard, you mentioned first-person shooter, and I remember when GTA first came out, and I remember playing that, but the gaming space has come so far in the past decade, and as you mentioned, esports has so much room to grow. So when it comes to these game publishers helping out the smaller businesses, what can they actually do?
Oh, there's a lot they can do. So that's another problem in the industry too. So when you have the game publisher, everything goes through them. Like they're the gatekeepers of it all. So if you look at my chain, right? My chain, it says Furia Esports on it. Get that another spin. Furia, we got 92% of the market in Brazil, and we got our cars inside of Rocket League. There's a lot of money there because we get the in-game items. So clothes, with the fan engagement. There's a lot of things that I think publishers need to offer more to a lot of the teams that represent that game, so it could be fair based. So when more people invest, they could get more out of it. Here's a major point I want to make. This is very important. When you look at the Louis Vuitton deal that they did with League of Legends, right? Now they're selling these Louis bags with the branding. But what does that do for the esports team? We know what it does for the game, but what is that doing for the team? And that's the problem. Publishers need to give more opportunity for teams, not just the game itself. And that's where the disconnect is at.
Well, Gerard, you mentioned Brazil, and when I think about Brazil and digital assets, there's so much happening in terms of what's going to happen going forward into the new year. And so given everything we're seeing, growing demographics, what do you expect to see in terms of trend as we head into the new year and beyond?
Okay, so in terms of trends, are you saying in esports or gaming overall?
Both.
Both? Okay. To me, I think the trend in esports, a lot of these publishers, I think they're going to try to figure out some kind of way to unionize the way the funds are allocated. Because even publishers catch themselves losing money with the stuff that they're investing in as well. So I think they're going to create a scenario where more people can take the risk alongside them to make it more of a collective reward that everybody can participate in, so they feel it's a safer bet when they make the investment. I think that's going to be a major trend that changes from the publisher side. Now, in terms of gaming overall, another trend you're going to see, like you just saw announced, God of War now has a TV series. So you're going to start seeing the Netflixes of the world. You're going to start seeing Spotify, all these other companies gamify their entire business model. So for example, if I'm listening to music on Spotify, I'm going to be earning V-Bucks in Fortnite. You see what I'm saying? Yep. Like if I'm watching God of War on Amazon Studios, by me watching it, I could probably unlock Kratos' new outfit just because I watched it for 20 minutes and it's connected to my account. So everything is going to be gamified, and once that happens, it's over because the investment is going to be more valuable because now it's not just going to be play to earn. It's not going to just buy this game and that's it. Now it's going to be view to earn, and everything will be gamified like that. Big money. It's gonna be crazy. I'm so hyped. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know what's gonna happen.
I can feel your excitement,
so I'm excited about that. Yeah.
And you mentioned a key word there, and that's opportunity. And we know there's a lot of opportunity, but you have to be very strategic about it. So when it comes to companies that want to get into the business of esports, how can they make better investment decisions?
Okay, so here's one thing I would say. The first thing is don't buy your way to victory because you're going to lose. In the gaming industry, you still got to respect the dollar. So the key thing is with your investment, you got to know who to invest with. So I'll give you an example. Xzola is one of the biggest companies where they have a big budget for companies that are looking to pitch games. And when your game is pitched and is get picked up, they have an infrastructure that gives you the highest chance for your game to be successful. See, investments like that is great because when you make the investment, whether you know gaming or not, you can outsource correctly. And when you outsource correctly, you can have a better shot at getting that ROI that you're looking for and building on it so it could be a good anchor for your overall business model, regardless of the business that you're in. So Xzola is just one example of a company that if you invest in them or utilize them as a resource for your investment, you have a higher chance of getting that money back. So that's what I think. Don't just throw your money away because it's gaming. Know who's who and look at the track record and the infrastructure built in place. So when you make an investment, you have the highest percentage of success on the back end.
Well, Gerard, gaming might just sound like fun, but it is big business. So thank you so much for simplifying all of this, and thank you so much for joining me here at the New York Stock Exchange.
You're the best, Remy. You already know what it is. Shout out to Alicia. I miss you too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, we outside. You know what I mean? FinTech all day. Let's get it.
That was Gerard Williams, a.k.a. the Hip Hop Gamer, and also our FinTech TV contributor.